Hello everybody, One Mechanic here, Dave. Today's video is the ratchets that I use, and it's kind of into two parts. The first part is my everyday ratchets that I carry in my service cart, and then I show you the other ratchets I have, which are basically backup ratchets more than anything else. So this is what I use as a fleet mechanic here at the municipality that I work at. Hope you guys like it. If you do, please think about subscribing and liking. And if you have any questions, please ask them below. All right, here we go. These are my everyday wrenches. These are wrenches that I keep in my cart because these are my go-to, not wrenches, sorry, ratchets, my everyday ratchets. And this is what I keep in my cart, and the cart has my everyday tools. I have other ratchets, but these are my everyday ratchets. So we'll start with the smallest. Snap-on quarter, snap-on quarter with locking flex head. I love this, I go to this all the time. And then I have this Easy Red. Oh, there you go. So you see that or not, Easy Red, which is a quarter and a bit driver. I've never used the bit driver side, but the quarter side I've used all the time. I like how skinny it is to get into tight spots and how long it is. So I use that quite a bit. Then we'll go to 3/8. I want to start with this one first. So this is my Cornwell stubby 3/8. Had this for a long time. Never had an issue with it. This is great. Then I bought this snap-on flex 3/8, not locking, and this is great. Then I made this one. See how long the handle is? This handle actually came off a quarter drive, and I swapped the heads on it to put this 3/8 heads on it to get into it. There's been a couple times on the international engines, like on the fuel rail, where it's been easier to get that banjo bolt off the end of it. It's not really tight or anything like that, it's just hard to get to, and with the extra length, this helped me get to it. So I don't use this one often, but I keep it in my box so I have it when I need it. This is my everyday 3/8, snap on again, flex, not locking, hard handle, orange, I know, gotta have the orange, right? But this is my everyday. Then this is my extended handle snap-on, non-flex, 3/8. And then for my really long one, it is a Mac Axis locking flex head, and I love the lock feature. I love how flat this is. On the snap-on, they have this bump sticking up, and I've actually hit that and unlocked the head by accident without realizing it. So I love this feature. Super smooth. This is a great ratchet though. I use this when I need a little extra oomph to put on it. And then my final ratchet is this 1/2" drive, long flex snap-on ratchet. I don't have a short 1/2" drive in my everyday ratchets because I mean, usually anything smaller, I'm using my air impact with it, or using 3/8 to do a lot of my stuff. So I don't really use the 1/2 inch to do lighter jobs. So that's why this is the only 1/2 inch that's in my everyday box. Any other 1/2 inch I usually use with either a battery or air tool. But that is my everyday. So this is the rest of my ratchets. The other ratchets I don't keep in my everyday box. They stay in my main box. These are basically backup ratchets. From before, if you heard, I don't really use 1/2 inch ratchets that much, but there might be a chance where I need one or my impact has gone out. So I do have standard 1/2 inch snap-on and the longer, I think it's 18 inches snap-on, non-flex. Then I have this Cornwell 3/8 flex. This has been a great ratchet. It's never let me down. So I was gonna take this home, honestly, but it's so reliable. Makes for a great backup ratchet. I mean, it's a good everyday ratchet, honestly. If I had a Cornwell dealer, I'd probably have more Cornwell stuff, but I don't. So I don't. Here's an indexing 3/8, and it says gear wrench, but actually I had this thing in Armstrong originally, and this failed, and I warrantied it, and it came back as gear wrench since gear wrench bought Armstrong. But you push that in, you move that wherever you want to. There's not much call for that, but there's been a couple situations where this has helped with like a crow's foot on it to get like around something. Again, it's just a what if kind of tool. Mac Axis 3/8 flex, and then the standard snap-on 3/8. I also have a Tecton quarter drive ratchet. Nothing fancy about it. It's been very good and reliable. I don't use it every day, but so far it's been reliable. And then I have this one from Olsa Tools, 3/8. That's some people call them roto ratchets and stuff like that. What's neat about this is that the handle can form a T, and you go like that with it. And you know, sometimes it's easier to get into something like this, especially with like a star bit or Torx, or a small fastener where it's not strong, just like holding a panel on. This is really nice for that. I honestly don't use it that often. It's one of those things where if you need it, I have it. That's what I have. Down below, let me know what you have. If you like my selections, don't like my selections. And again, this is my personal opinion. Everybody has, you know, what they think's the best. I still think that Snap-on is the best ratchets out there. And I know they're expensive. I'm not saying there are not other good ratchets, but Snap-on, in my opinion, is the best ratchet. But I love my Macs, I love my Cornwells, I love all my ratchets personally. I even have some SKs at home that I still use to this day from back in the late 80s when I went to vocational school for automotive. So You know, it's all preference. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are safe and healthy. Take care. Thank you, everybody. One Mechanic out. Ciao. Testing the wetting system, and the pump is locked up. It was coming out of the seal, but then it locked up. The valves are not moving on or off. Can I find this? Good stuff.